Borada, and welcome to the InstaSim channel. Today I'm playing Professor Layton and the Curious Village, and we are under the shack and we need to proceed left, so let's go left. Okay, so there's something in front of us. Probably another puzzle. Ooh. Look, Professor, there's a strange device on the door here. It seems to be a puzzle of some sort. I imagine the door won't open unless we solve it. It's almost like we're being tested, isn't it? Well, I don't think they want us to, penetrate their impenetrable defences of them, do we? Okay then, let's go on to this puzzle, which I've been waiting eagerly to do. Now, can I get the red ball out of the maze? Slide obstructing blocks out of the way to clear a path for the ball. This problem can be solved in as few as 14 moves. Right. Let's try to do 14 moves. Okay. The only things we can move at the moment are these blue ones. Right, this is a bit difficult. Move that one out of the way. Move that one out of the way. That one down. That one like that. Well, we're not going to make it in 14 moves, I can tell you that much. But we've done it. Hey, 29 moves, that's not
Here's
bad.
my answer.
We made it, anyway. Doesn't
Every
matter.
puzzle has an answer.
Yeah. Fantastic, easier than it looks, isn't it? If you haven't done it yet, why not try to complete the puzzle in the minimum number of moves possible? Maybe another time, but not right now. That should do the trick. Hey. Oh, get the ball out too. Well, that was a cutscene then. Well, never mind. Let's carry on. Wow, I certainly didn't expect to find the room down here. Let's give it a thorough once over. Something isn't right about this place. I can feel it in my bones. We have quite a big video here we can do. Oh, there seems to be something up here. Something's hidden behind here. Alright, let's move that picture out of the way then. What's this here? It's a key. It appears to be some sort of key. But what does it unlock? We won't know until we investigate further. But this shape certainly looks familiar. Professor, could this be... It looks just like the tower. I knew there was something odd about that dead end. Perhaps this key will shed some light on things. Luke, we need to head back to that large wall on the north side of the St. Mystery. I have a hunch that it's more than just a dead end. The tower key. There we go, we finished chapter 7. There are only 2 chapters to go now until we finish the game. Oh, there seems to be something here. Just found out with it. Look at how old this picture is. Hey, Professor, do you want to try a really difficult puzzle? Let's go for it. Pattern matching. Part of the patterned shape below is missing. Which of these pieces A, B, C, D will complete the pattern when inserted into the gap? So we have a square, cross, thing. Yeah. Square, cross, hexagon, square, cross, hexagon. So we need one hexagon to 3 squares, 3 crosses, 1 hexagon. So it's between B and C. 1, 2, 3, blank, 1, 2. 1, 2, blank, 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 1. Okay. It's probably C then. Let's try C. Might as well.
There we go.
No, it's not C. It's B then, isn't it? Is it B?
I suppose.
Study that pattern carefully. I am studying it carefully. There's 1 in 4 chance of getting it right first time. And we lose 10 picarats from the first go. Okay, so it's probably B then, is it? Because you can rotate it, I suppose. I would suppose you could rotate it. There we go. 30 picarats. Nice.
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Excellent. It seems just a matter of finding the right matching pattern, but staring at all those different pieces and trying to find one that fits is more complex than you might think. Fair enough. Oh, I didn't think that it was that easy. I'll give that to Luke. Right, let's go back. No distractions on our way though. Let's investigate that dead end right away. Alright Luke, but first let's make a quick visit to the inn. There's something I need to check there. Why the inn, Professor? It seems that someone doesn't want us around, Luke. Someone is, in fact, after us. And the key to identifying this scoundrel is back at the inn. So you already have an idea about who's behind this? Haha, piqued your interest, have I? Oh, the shadowy intruder. Hey, we're on chapter 8 already. Didn't really read that, but it doesn't matter. Yay. We'll just make our way straight to the inn. Suppose we talk to this guy. Or this girl. Hello, Professor. Is something the matter? You look a little shaken. Beatrice, I have an urgent request. Could you show me the newspapers from the last couple of days? The papers? Certainly. Hang on for just a moment while I fetch them for you. That's strange. I'm sure I put them down around here somewhere. Is that a problem? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I can't seem to find them anywhere. Even today's morning paper seems to have gone missing. I see. Well, thank you just the same, Beatrice. This has been most helpful. Just what was in those papers anyway, Professor? Yoo-hoo, Professor Layton! Ramon, and what do we owe you this visit? Oh, he told me I needed to find you and bring you to Rhinehall Manor. The Inspector, he and Lady Dahlia await your arrival at Rhinehall Manor. Thank you for the message. We will set out for the manor in just a few moments. Okay, let's make our way to the manor. You found the key to the tower, haven't you? How did you know about the key? You mustn't interfere with the tower. Whatever you do, just stay away from there. Interfere? What do you mean by that, dear? Oh, okay. Never mind. Welcome back, Professor Layton. Please come in. Everyone is waiting. Thank you, Matthew. Is something troubling you, my good man? You seem ill at ease. No, I'm fine, sir. Please make your way to the parlour. All right, if you're certain that nothing is the matter, we'll head upstairs. Ah, Mr. Layton, thank you for arriving so promptly. Come have a seat. Why have you called us here, Inspector Chelmey? Like you, I'm not the kind of man who beats around the bush, so I'll just come out with it. I'm on to you, Layton. It's clear as day. You are responsible for Simon's death. Are you suggesting I murdered Simon? Nonsense. Nyahaha. Nice, Layton. I have to admire the way you keep cool under pressure. But of course, I would expect nothing less from a cold-blooded killer such as yourself. I don't suppose you've seen this before, eh? This vase was on display in the room in which Simon was found dead. All the forensic evidence I've gathered suggests that the killer struck Simon with a vase. Our killer was not professional, you see. He left his fingerprints all over the murder weapon. Fingerprints that match your own, Mr. Layton. Oh no, that's the vase from the market, isn't it? You rotten murderer. If this vase is evidence, why didn't you just break it like it was nothing? So go on and give me an alibi, Layton. Where were you when Simon was killed? Come on, out with it. I was with Luke, investigating matters down in the village. Is that the best you can muster? It's clear the little brat is an accomplice to your crime. Admit it, Layton. You two wanted to keep the golden apple so badly that you conspired to murder Simon. You can't fool me, Layton, so cough it up and start talking. While I'm at it, I'll take the key to the tower you picked up too. It seems that you are intent on pinning this crime on me, Inspector. But if you are a true enforcer of the law, you'll acknowledge that I'm not the only reasonable suspect. Any member of this household could have committed the crime. In fact, you can't even rule out the possibility that everyone here had a hand in the murder. You can't even rule out the possibility that everyone here had a hand in the murder. Furthermore, are we even sure that a murder took place here? What kind of nonsense are you spouting now? Do you really think anyone here is fooled by your crackpot theories? Inspector Chelmey, I'm beginning to think the only person here with something to hide is you. That's absurd. This has nothing in the slightest to do with me.
No, Inspector, it has quite a bit to do with you. Meaning? Isn't it obvious? If there is any criminal element involved in this case, then it is you, sir. What? That's absurd.
Hey, calm down.
What utter rubbish! You'll need more than some death charge to save your hide.
I've heard you're quite a devoted husband, Inspector. I bet you take very good care of your wife, Jane. Well, I think we're reaching some part in this which might be quite concerning. Luke and I found this article in the paper. Luke, what was Inspector Chelmey's favourite food again? What's Chelmey's favourite food? A sandwich on buttered bread, hot juicy roast beef, or fresh cakes? Fresh cakes. This article specifically states you love cakes. And yet you raged at poor Matthew when he brought you cakes with tea. Why? And your point is? It just so happened that I have a fondness for Jane's cakes. Is that so? Thank you, Inspector. This little conversation has made things quite clear. Please take a look at this. I believe you just called them Jane's Cakes, yes? I'd like everyone to look at this article. As you can all see, the article clearly states that Inspector Chelmey's wife is Amelie? Is that... I don't know how to say that. Amelie. Not Jane. Do you mean to tell me you've forgotten your own wife's name? Urgh. Out with it then. Who are you, and why have you been impersonating Inspector Chelmey? And why have you been running this investigation? Urgh. But your sudden memory loss regarding your wife's name isn't the only suspicious thing about you. Try to recall the time around Simon's death. You said you received a report that prompted you to come to St. Mystery, but you forgot one thing. After Luke and I arrived, the drawbridge that is St. Mystery's sole entrance had its crank stolen. This effectively sealed the village. From that point on, no one could enter or leave the village. And do you recall just when this seclusion began? When did the drawbridge shut down? I can't remember. It wasn't after the mom went missing, because that was a lot. It was much before then. This morning after received this. Okay, so it's during our search for Claudia. Correct. The only route out of the village had been closed well before Simon's death was discovered. After that event, there was no way that anyone could enter the village from the outside. But by the same token, there was no way to take things out of the village, particularly something as large as a corpse. So tell me, Inspector Chelmey, when did you actually first set foot in St. Mystery? And furthermore, what did you do with Simon's remains? While we're on the subject, I have one more nagging question that I haven't been able to work out. How is it that you knew about the key to the tower we discovered? When we happened upon that key, there wasn't a soul in the area apart from Luke and myself. Furthermore, I have spoken of what we found there to no one. There's no conceivable way you could have known about this key. Unless, of course, you were spying on us from the shadows when we found it. Now let me see if I've got this correct. You posed as the inspector and used Simon's death as an excuse to enter Reinhold Manor. Since then, you've been waiting for the ideal time to strike and steal the golden apple from us. How am I doing so far? What's so funny? This is no laughing matter. I'm just astounded at how despicable I find you, Layton. But that's exactly why you're worthy of being my arch enemy. I've always despised you, Layton. Hey. I thought I'd be able to crush you once and for all here in St. Mystery, but that will have to wait since you saw through my disguise. You haven't caught on yet, but St. Mystery hides a secret of epic proportions. When I imagine a dimwit like you trying to unravel the mystery, I just have to smile. My business here for the days has come to an end, so I'll be off now. But listen closely, Layton. Never forget how close you came to being bested. One day, I, the great Don Paolo, will rain my vengeance down upon you. And on that fearful day, you will beg for an umbrella and a raincoat, perhaps even some galoshes. I don't know what that is. Gosh! Ah, he goes out the window. I guess he's gone. Do you know who that man was? Don Paolo was his name. I've heard stories of him. His grasp of the hard sciences is rumoured to be unrivalled. The problem, as you might guess, is his personality. Though he is a genius, the man is evil. The Science Board has banished him from working officially in his field ever again. Sneaking into St. Mystery to steal the Reinhold fortunes sounds like the kind of scheme he would hatch. He seems to hold quite a grudge against you, Professor. What did you do to cross him? I haven't the slightest idea, Luke. Well, that was a side. Well, that's a side. What was all that talk of a secret hidden in the village? What was he referring to? I'm mystified by it myself. For the time being, though, let's focus on finding the golden apple, shall we? I say we follow our newest lead and head for that tower. Let's check that dead end from before, Luke. Okay, so the chapter was someone's been obstructing the investigation, find the troublemaker and continue work on the case. So it's Don Paolo who has been instructing on the case, and chapter 8 started and finished in one episode. How lovely. But this chapter's gone a bit too long. It's got a bit longer than usual because, I mean, we had a lot of things to do. But there we go. And we've solved that case. Okay. Head for the tower. Well, we'll do that in the next episode because I'm going to save this now. And oh, we have some more things in our journal, which I'll just go through quickly. Okay, and some new things in our mysteries. What a shock! Who could have imagined that Don Paolo, self-proclaimed arch-enemy of the Professor, was posing as the Inspector in an effort to steal the Reinhold fortune? The true Inspector Chelmey never set foot in the same mystery and is probably at home in London enjoying tea and cakes right now. And the tower key deep underground on the edge of the village, the Professor and Luke found an unusual key shaped like the tower. While the connection between the key and the tower seems certain, what the key unlocks remains a mystery. Well, we'll go back to the tower in the next episode, and I'll probably record that again today, just because it's starting to get quite interesting. I might not, though. I don't know yet. You guys probably won't care anyway, because this is going to be a different video anyway. But there we go. So this video's gone a bit longer than the other ones because we had a lot of things to do. I will need to cut things out anyway, but it might go longer than 20 minutes, even with the cut out bits. But I'm not sure. It completely depends. Anyway, to end this episode, so thank you all so much for watching this episode of Professor Layton and the Curious Village. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me a lot, and you'll get more videos like this. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page for me on Twitter and on Twitch. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. But until then, goodbye.